Locations that would be great for another NCIS series. NCIS. Sydney has just hit airwaves, expanding the NCIS franchise in a bold international direction. Could this be the start of a new wave of NCIS shows in global locations, and if so, where could they be? NCIS has established itself as one of TV's biggest franchises, focusing on a team handling military-themed crimes. The mothership show mostly concentrates on the Washington, D.C. area with Maryland and Virginia popular stops. The spin-offs have included Los Angeles, New Orleans, and Hawaii, all known for their ocean-based locales. NCIS. Sydney is intriguing as the American NCIS agents work alongside the Australian police for crimes. This mix of cultures is a new spark for the franchise and lends to the idea of other productions. Like NCIS. Sydney, they'd have to balance the American teams with local agents for more drama. There's also a few locations in the US that could still be used for some compelling shows. US locations for NCIS shows. To start with the US, there are a few spots that can work for other NCIS shows using the US military well. Miami/Tampa Bay. An obvious choice, to be sure. The Florida coastline gives plenty of opportunities for unique crimes for an NCIS team, and mixes so many cultures together well. Miami has a vibrant nightlife that can boost the goings-on and add to the flavor. Tampa Bay has plenty of real-life military bases that can be used as well. Either one can serve as a good base to check out the rest of Florida and the fun tropical air sparking an NCIS show. Texas. Yes, most think of Texas as a lot of land, but also a big coastline alongside the Gulf of Mexico. That's a great area to use for some drama and action, as well as the Texas attitudes lending a cowboy feel to the adventures. If everything is bigger in Texas, then surely NCIS can be the same. New York. Sure, another CBS crime show in New York may be cliché, but the series can focus not just on the Big Apple, but also on the wider area. It can touch on conflicts with the NYPD and other police, and trying to handle an area around the nation's biggest city affords plenty of action befitting an NCIS show. Chicago. Crazy, perhaps, but think about it. The Great Lakes can have as much huge traffic as the oceans, and with so many states surrounding them, plenty of crimes that can come up involving military matters. It could be a mix of agents from Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, and more working together, using the various cities and showing how a half-dozen states have as much cultural mix as FBI International does. It can make filming a bit easier, but the mix is fun for some potential. International locations for another NCIS. Tokyo. The US maintains a strong military presence in Japan, which is the perfect mix of history, exotic locales, and crime for the series. It can range from the Yakuza to possible terrorists, and the culture clash of Americans and Japanese can be terrific. If any international setting is perfect for an NCIS show, Japan is it. London. A bit tricky as there can basically be a British equivalent to NCIS in that nation. But it can be fun to see a joint task force handling military crimes across the United Kingdom, using the locales well, and the different styles in legal matters. Adding some British charm to the crime drama could be a fun dynamic. South Korea. This is trickier with the international political situation, but the fact the US maintains bases in South Korea helps. It can use the Pacific theater to great effect, with China and Hong Kong nearby, and the local islands aiding. Filming there may be tough, but that danger can add to the thrills of the show.